Hey everybody, here for Black Ink Crew, Season 4, Episode 9. Let's get into it. So it starts off with Dutchess preparing like her last minute finishing touches to Pretty in Ink. And in the midst of her doing so, she's introducing her artists. She has Angel and Shauna who are artists, and then she has BB who's her friend. And she has a good amount of staff working for her in Pretty in Ink, and she's just nervous. Like she's nervous because they have like 24 hours to open and nothing is really done. Her mural has to be finished. The stations have to be set up. They have to clean. They have to do all sorts of things. So she has a staff meeting in the shop, and she lets them know, like, listen, like, there's no games to be played. We got 150 people coming in here, so everything has to be perfect. So she's just upset. Nothing is going right. She's feeling discouraged, and she's losing her mind basically. So it jumps from that to Donna and Sky, and Donna comes to Sky and basically apologizes to her and offer her a peace offering by bringing her favorite drink. She doesn't have the money for when she rented the room when they were in Miami, but she does have the peace offering. So Scott decides to just let it go because they're friends and their friendship is more important than money at this point, which I thought was mature. They made up, they cracked jokes, and that was that. So, Donna basically is like she's been working her butt off, um, doing her portfolio, and she just really wants to prove herself to Duchess and Caesar. So, Sky is not really understanding their relationship, and Donna basically says that she looks up to Duchess as a big sister and she admires her, but she just feels like they always, kick her when she's down already. Like they never have anything nice to say about her work or her as an artist. So Sky is like, well, if you look up to Duchess as a big sister, you don't do the things with your sister that you did with Dutchess. And I'm like, yo, Sky is a fool, but she's telling the truth. So basically, Sky is like, I think it'll be a good idea for you to go to North Carolina, but it is going to be a little bit weird no matter how you do it. It's going to be awkward no matter how you do it because they don't really mess with you like that. So Donna is like, I feel like I should go to North Carolina just to prove myself and, you know, just let it be known that I've been working hard. Like I've been putting in the work. So again, Duchess is still doing the finishing touches of her shop. She doesn't like the Pretty in Ink sign, so she's stressing. And then when she goes upstairs, the staff is basically chilling, so that's upsetting her more. And she's like, I don't want Pretty in Ink to be black ink. There you go throwing subs because you work at Black Ink. And you saying you don't want Pretty in Ink to be black ink as far as like the drama goes and the hanging out. Okay, understandable. But Duchess, humble yourself because you work at Black Ink too, and sometimes you contribute to the drama at Black Ink too. But I'll let you have that. So supposedly the mayor is supposed to be coming, but she's upset because still nothing is right. And her friend BB tells her she needs to calm down, she needs to take a breather, everything will be fine. So then she gets an email from the mayor and he says he's not coming. So she's discouraged, she's disappointed, and she's stressed out. So she's like, what else can go wrong? So the crew, Sky, Teddy, Walt, Melody, they all come down for Dutch's grand opening. They're in North Carolina. They go to a bar, and they're cracking jokes about the opening. Walt is like, well, I don't really know if there's an actual shop because Dutchess has been really like mum with the details. So I mean, and for good reason, because Dutchess felt like she didn't want to jinx it. She didn't want to she didn't want to tell them because supposedly she's not cool with people in the shop like that. So whatever. So Sky is like, well, at this point, let's just support each other and leave all that other stuff behind. We're a family, we're a unit. We need to support each other instead of tearing each other down. So they take a shot and toast to not having chlamydia. And, they all look at and he's like, I don't have chlamydia, by the way. So Sky is like, joking, her and Ted joking about sleeping with Dutchess, and he's like, I didn't sleep with Dutchess. So they just cracking jokes, having a good old time. So we get back to Art to Ink, and they're basically cracking jokes too, talking about sex and whatnot. So it goes from jokes to like serious. Phoenix mom arrives. So Phoenix, his backstory is his mom was a drug addict. She basically, chose drugs over her kids. So he's been living this crazy life where he's been again homeless in the shelter system. He basically had to start from the bottom and work his way up to get to where he is now. And he doesn't want that to happen to his kids. So that's why he works so hard and grinds so hard to be a better parent to his kids than his parents were to him. So his mother arrives and she's like, you haven't been returning my calls. I want to see you. I want to see my kids. I want to see my grandkids. I want y'all to be part of, and I want to be a part of. And he's like, why now? Why do you want to be here now? And she's like, because it's been so much time wasted and enough is enough. Like, we need to come together and we need to reunite. So at first, he's like, reluctant. He doesn't want to do it. But Puma is like, well, hearing Phoenix backstory, I can relate. The only reason why I agreed to have my mother around is because I wanted her to have a relationship with my daughter. And I'm like, that makes sense. So he's finally like, well, let's just, meet up somewhere and talk so we can get this over with and, just let it go, see where it goes. So now we get back to Dutchess. She has 5 hours before her grand opening, and her staff hasn't had no sleep. They've just been running on fumes, working to open, not Art to Ink, sorry, Pretty in Ink. So she's getting last minute stuff done. Like the mural is about to be finished. The merchandise and everything is sitting out. They setting up bars and music and chair stations, everything. So it's basically the countdown. And they're like, we have 1 hour to open it, 30 minutes to open it, this. So Dutchess is getting dressed, she's getting her makeup done, but she's looking for Caesar. Caesar is nowhere to be found. So now we get back to Naeem and Donna. And Naeem stops by to drop off tattoo equipment to Donna because she said that she left her equipment at Black Ink, and when she went to go ask for it, it was gone. Somebody threw it away. So Naeem is like, wow, that's crazy. Like, what kind of craziness is that? So Donna was like, me and Dutchess, we made amends, but it's like now you doing some malicious stuff like throwing my equipment away. Like, what is that? Like, that's real immature. So she's like, I just feel like I should take my portfolio to North Carolina, show them that I've been working my butt off, and just demand the respect that I deserve. And Naeem was like, well, I will go down there with guns blazing. So she's like, that's what I'm going to do. So now we get back to the Pretty in Ink grand opening finally. We see that Caesar is late because he was picking her up a puppy as her gift. Okay. So, everybody's there, she does a speech, thanking everybody for coming. She cuts the ribbon and it's party time. So everybody in the crew arrives and they're all proud of her, and Walt is like, I'm glad it's an actual shop and not just, a dream or a joke or whatever. So Ted is mingling, and then he sees one of her tattoo artists, and he talking about she looking at him, and he trying to make the tattoo artist his potential next, fling or whatever. So he's like, I want to get a tattoo on my thigh or whatever. So she was like, yeah, we could exchange information. And Caesar was like, see, you want to get this girl in trouble. I'm pretty sure there is a strict no fraternization rule about tattoo artists and Pretty in Ink mingling with tattoo artists and Black Ink. You want to get her fired. So Ted is like, whatever. Ted don't care. Ted does what he wants to do. So, they're all toasting. Osh has a drink, and Walt is like, hey, why is he drinking? He's supposed to be on the sober path, but they in North Carolina, so what can you do? And you can't tell a grown man what to do. So next, Caesar gives a speech and he basically says, he's proud of Duchess, and he was saying that when him and Duchess first got engaged, he felt like it was selfish because there was nobody there but just them. So he asked her to marry him again in front of her family and friends, but this time he upgrades her ring. Now the ring she had before was pretty, but the ring he gave her this time, it was prettier and it was bigger. And I'm like, okay, you proposing to her again, but when y'all getting married. So basically, Ted is like, I see what you're doing. If Caesar could, upgrade her ring forever and avoid getting married, I'm pretty sure he would. So Walt is like, okay, we already know you proposed to her. When y'all getting married? And I'm like, yeah, everybody asking the same question. So we get to Phoenix and his mom. Her name is Calethea. And she's, basically saying she misses her family. She feels regret because she was a young mom and she went through so much, and, stuff just happened. So Phoenix is like, why should I give you a second chance? And she's like, well, I'm asking for it. I miss my kids. I miss my grandkids. I just want us to be a family. And he's like, but how many times have you done this to me before? You've done it to me before. You come, you sold me a dream. And as a kid, I'm excited. But then you pull a rug from up under me. And then I had to learn how to bottle those emotions up and just, put them away, pack them away. So, as he's telling her this and telling her how he really feels, she wants to get up and run away. And he's like, see, you do this all the time. Instead of sitting here and taking what I'm saying to you, I'm crying out to you, you want to get up and leave. You want to give up. So he's like, he has so many mixed emotions. Like, the man in him is like, just F it, don't deal with her. But the little boy in him is like, that's my mother. Hug me. Mom, I love you. I want you to be there. So he's like, listen, nothing is going to happen overnight, but we can take baby steps to, working towards a better relationship. So they hug, and it's an emotional moment. And I mean, it really is sad. And like, a lot of people had an opinion on how Phoenix handled it. And I honestly feel like he handled it the best way that he could, and he spoke his truth. People may not agree with it because they don't understand what it's like to not have a parent in your life, or have a parent that's in and out of your life giving you broken promises. So, he has a right to feel how he feels. And, I applaud him for even being brave enough to put this on TV. So now we get to Naeem and Alexis, and they're, outside, they're boxing together. And basically, Alexis is frustrated with Naeem. She feels like he's always working, he's never around the baby, and the baby misses him. And he's like, well, I have to work. And, she's like, well, I feel like you spend more time with your friends than you do us. And he's like, I don't have any friends. She was like, you do have a friend that I know of, and it's Donna. I'm like, oh, damn. Donna. So he's like, no, me and Donna are just friends. She was like, yeah, but I know her reputation. I do not like her. And I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about you. Because remember, you were unfaithful in the past. So how can I trust you now? And he's like, nah, you don't have anything to worry about. I love you. You're the mother of my child. You don't have to worry about Donna. Me and Donna are friends. And she's like, listen, you keep your thing in your pants, okay? Because I saw a text message that you sent her where she was messing around with you and you told her to keep it low. What are you telling her to keep it low for? He was like, nah, Donna is a friend. She's like, well, listen, if she crosses that line, I'm going to knock her out, keep your thing in your pants, or I'm going to cut it off if I find out you did something crazy. And I'm like, that's right, wifey. You tell him. You let him know. You lay down the law, okay? If he try to stray, he ain't going to have a pee-pee to stray with, okay? So now we're back to we're back to Pretty in Ink, and now it's the official opening, open to the public, of Pretty in Ink. So the crew visits again, they say their goodbyes and they mingle or whatever. So Dutchess is basically in her element or whatever. She's happy. She's doing a tattoo for her mom, the Pretty in Ink symbol. Well, not symbol, but sign. So Donna arrives to show her portfolio to Dutchess and Caesar. And she's like, I'm here to demand the respect that I deserve. Now, I don't agree with Donna coming to North Carolina for this type of drama. I think she should have left this in New York, because it's like now you on Dutchess turf. So it's like anything you do out here, people down there got her back. See, in Harlem, Dutchess family is not out there. Dutchess friends ain't really out there either. So y'all could have handled this in Harlem, but for you to bring it to North Carolina, that was kind of stupid on your part. And I wouldn't even be chasing behind Dutchess and Caesar for a job anyway. And I wouldn't be demanding respect from them either, because they don't respect you. They've made it, loud and clear. They don't respect you. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your work. They don't take you serious. So why even continue to have drama with them? Just let it go. Let go and let God. Jeez. But she confronts them about her tattoo equipment. So, but in the midst of this, she's showing Dutchess the portfolio. Dutchess is giving her harsh criticism like, oh, your shading is wrong, your lines are too close, all of this is messed up. So Donna is over it. And Dutchess basically said, she's like, well, what happened to my tattoo equipment? She was like, well, why was your equipment in black ink? She was like, because I left it there. So I'm like, why are you questioning why her equipment is in black ink when she's supposed to be an artist? And then why would you tell somebody to throw it away? Like, yeah, you didn't throw it away, but you told somebody, or I don't know whose it is. I don't believe that Dutchess didn't know that that was Donna's equipment. I do think she knew that it was Donna's equipment. She was just like, well, Donna ain't working here no more, so throw it away. I don't believe it the way she said it. I didn't know it was your equipment, and I said if I ain't know whose it was, just throw it away. I believe that's BS. I really don't believe that she ain't know that was Donna's. So they basically going back and forth, and Donna is like, Dutchess is like, did you come here for a job? No, Caesar was like, did you come here for a job? She said, no, I'm not here for a job. I'm here to demand my respect, and I'm here to show y'all that I've been busting my butt because y'all don't want to take me serious as an artist. So Caesar is like, yo, every time like Donna just comes around, and Donna, all she brings is drama and STDs, and I'm like, Caesar, stop, because you ain't no angel either. So then Dutchess is like, why would I take you serious as an artist? All you're good for is sucking and laying on your back. And I'm like, Dutchess, didn't you do the same thing to get where you are in black ink? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, you were an artist before it, but you're sleeping with the boss of black ink. So you shouldn't really feel entitled because you're C's girl. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you may not be throwing your Hello Kitty at everybody in the shop, but you did, I don't want to say screw your way into black ink, but you're with Caesar. And the only reason why you have any type of sense of entitlement in black ink is because you're with Caesar. Let's be honest. So basically, Donna is like, well, I'm glad you found your ring, good for you. So then Dutchess kicks her out, has security escort her out. They almost fight. So as she's outside, Dutchess' mother defends her, and she's like, you knew she wasn't going to hire you. Why did you come down here with this drama? She was like, I wasn't coming down here for a job. I was coming down here to get my respect. And she was like, yeah, but this ain't the place nor the time for it. So that ain't going to happen here. So they escort the mother back inside, and, she's like, I'm not going back and forth with her. So then Dutchess' little sister is like, well, then leave. Like, her and Donna ready to fight. So they going back and forth. And, Dutchess' sister's like, I beat your ass and all this other stuff. So Donna's like, blend your weave, boo. Blend your weave. At this moment, I couldn't even be mad at Donna, because if you looked real closely at Dutchess' sister here, her weave wasn't blended, because you see her hair, and her hair is black and red, but then the hair she got look like it's about 1B, So she got 1B weave, and then her hair is black and red. Like, it just didn't look right. And I don't like girls that do that. Like, if you gonna have your hair out at the top, make sure it blends in with the weave. It doesn't make sense. I'm like, she do need to blend her weave. Like, whoever did that was a botch job. But okay, I'm with Donna. She did need to blend her weave. I agree. But Dutchess is like, oh, where's Zandy? And they like, her mother's like, well, she's out there about to fight that girl. So Dutchess is ready to go downstairs and fight, but her people are stopping her or whatever. And she's like, I don't understand why she's here. But it's like, Dutchess, was being unprofessional from the get-go. Like, this is your business and you showing out. You supposed to, I mean, I know as hard as the situation may be, you are supposed to set an example for your staff, and you're not. So Donna is like, you know what? I'm done here. You gotta come back to Harlem, and when you come back to Harlem, that's when we gonna deal with the situation. So basically, ended on that note. I mean, this episode was pretty good. It was a hot mess. The next episode is gonna be a mess too, because Osh visits the doctor. He may have cancer. Sky's going on dates, and Donna meets up with Max's baby mother, and she tells him that basically he's cheating on Donna while he's on the inside. Just a whole mess. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this episode. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.